What is your plan for February 14th? Story 1. I'm going to take myself out to a low-stakes singles event and try to talk to new people. If it's a good time, that's a win. If it's not, at least I tried something new. Story 2. 3-hour drive to a casino hotel. Nice dinner at a restaurant inside the casino. My wife receives a cash bankroll for slots, as she loves to play them. Afterwards, in the room, hopefully my turn to get lucky and hit the jackpot. We have been married 33 years, so every year for Valentine's Day, I ask her in late January what she wants to do, and then when she tells me, I make it happen. Easy peasy. Story 3. My wife doesn't know it, and hopefully doesn't check my Reddit before then. But this weekend, to beat the crowds, I've saved up just enough money to take her to her favorite restaurant. I've also made sure that the morning after, the kids and I will be out of the house so she can enjoy amazing food, mid-tier wine, and then have the house to herself the next morning. We've been struggling financially for a long time, and her favorite restaurant, to put it delicately, is very expensive, so it's taken me a while to set this up. Story 4. Work, go to the grocery store, pick up some frozen pizza and ice cream or something as a treat for myself, and watch Casablanca in bed while I try not to feel lonely. Story 5. Single as hell over here. I'll take myself on the date I would want to go on with someone else. That usually means the day is filled with all my favorite activities. Story 6. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. She's Chinese. So August 4th on Qixi Day is when we celebrate Valentine's Day. We are going to do nothing on February 14th, probably watch some Netflix and eat pork and celery dumplings. Story 7. For the first time in my life, I finally have someone to spend the day with. I plan on taking her to a nice restaurant, then taking her back to a hotel room to make passionate love. Then we're going to Waffle House in the morning. Story 8. It's also my girlfriend's birthday on that day. And boy, does she have lists and lists of things she wants and things she wants to do. Seriously, the most stressful time of year for me because I know how important it is to her. Story 9. Last year, one of my teammates, handball, asked me to accompany him to a flower workshop the day before. We gathered at a small farm with around 15 men, and we all made our own bouquets of flowers for our loved ones. The ladies who organized this were very helpful and assisted us in many ways. We had beer, sausages, potato salad, and a really good time. On the 14th, I ordered a table at a nice restaurant for the evening, and I will bring my bouquet to that restaurant in the morning on my way to work. So when we're seated, my bouquet is waiting on the table with a nice little note pinned to it. I don't know if that's enough, but I think she'll like it. Story 10. Well, I'll be doing what I did last month, trying to recover from a breakup, which will be made even harder while being surrounded by other people happily in relationships. Story 11. I will be working that evening, so my wife and I are going for dinner at a nice French bistro the night before. Then I will try to leave work early enough on the 14th for a little time together before she goes to bed. Story 12. I am importing a tulip field to be set up in the backyard. I also will have a rose archway set up in front of the bedroom. The dining in Cancun that night. Saturday will be a 4-hour tantric massage session. It will then conclude with a very prolonged time in the resort's honeymoon suite with hopefully an incredible climax. It's a shame I don't have a woman to share it with. Story 13. That's a Friday. Work, meet up with friends for dinner and a couple of drinks, and if I have classwork that needs to be done after, I'll chip away at that. If not, read a book or something. Story 14. Jack, my wife and I celebrate on the 13th every year to avoid the crowds. We're going to Rocca in Tampa, the best Italian food I've had outside of Italy. Story 15. My girl best friends group and I are going on dates, and we decided that if any of us is still kissless, hugless virgin by the end of that night, the next day we'd all go for lunch to mope. Story 16. Leg day, the gym should be empty except for me and the other single male losers. Women never go to the gym on Fridays. Anyway, sauna afterwards, go home, roll a joint, have a beer, play some video games or watch Invincible or Shoresy or something. Enjoy the peace and silence. The best thing to ever happen to me was hitting 40, aging out of the game, and accepting the problem was probably me. Story 17. She sends me a list of items she wants and keeps the Google document updated. But our anniversary is in November, Christmas in December, then her birthday is this week, and then Valentine's Day. So I just get stuff off the list with a couple of personal, thoughtful gifts, and that's about it. We usually go to a Valentine's Day concert. Story 18. I've decided to ask one girl today, and today I've seen her with her boyfriend, so basically all my plans for February are a flop. I don't have any plan. I've decided that this time, for the first time, I would get a girlfriend in my last year of college and celebrate all these days, but eventually it didn't happen. Story 19. Well, I was planning to take my girlfriend for a nice weekend getaway somewhere south of the border, but that's off the table now. Instead, I'm taking her out for something slightly more low-key and local, but still romantic. I'll put the money saved towards a weekend getaway somewhere romantic in Europe for our anniversary in April instead. I'm thinking either Barcelona or Milan. Story 20. Nothing. My wife hates Valentine's Day, and so do I. It is one of the worst days of the year to go out and do something. Come to think of it, she will not even be around because she will be visiting her parents in a different country. Which means I will just get drunk in boxers, play video games, and eat steak. Sounds like a perfect Friday. Story 21. Arm day and cardio. Dinner will be a steak and 2 glasses of whiskey with a movie. Or I might have a date that night and we will just chill with a pizza. Either way, it will be nice. Story 22. Got out of a long-term relationship in early December. This will be my first Valentine's Day single in 6 years. I'm probably going to drink alcohol and cry, to be honest. Story 23. Getting up early, going to a bakery, then getting flowers at a grocery store, then to the deli for egg sandwiches. And dinner later that night. No card, no gifts. Story 24. Playing RuneQuest with the boys. My player's character name is Gorali, and we're having Goralintines Day. There may be something special planned by my dungeon master. Story 25. I don't know, I guess staying home? Maybe eating pizza or something. I feel kind of sad because there is one woman I would like to at least give a gift to, but the fact is that it will be just foolish of me because she is most likely going to be busy that day. I hate limerence. Story 26. February 14th is my mom's birthday. She passed in 2019. Since my wife and I started dating, we never really cared much for Valentine's Day and would always spend the day celebrating with my mom. Even now, we just get together with family and celebrate my mom's life. We've never focused much on the special days because we just go on dates whenever we want. Story 27. Go to work. Go home. Play a game or paint some miniatures. Get a good night's sleep. The next day is a retro convention with toys and comics that I am going to check out. Story 28. My partner doesn't really celebrate it, but made a reservation at a restaurant we like just in case. It's a good excuse to go out for a fancy meal. Then after that, I'll hit the gym. Naturally, I need to primarily focus on my traps, but if I throw in some squats to break up the routine, there's nothing wrong with that. Story 29. Flat barbell bench press. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, 90 kilograms. Pull UPS. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, minus 25 kilograms. Incline dumbbell press. 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, 27.5 to 30 kilograms. Barbell rows. 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, 70 kilograms. Lateral raises. 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps, 7.5 kilograms. Story 30. I thought it would be cute to ask my girlfriend out on Valentine's Day. I was 15 years old. It's really hard to make dinner reservations or do anything for our anniversary. So we will be cooking and having a chill night for our 9th anniversary. Story 31. Taking the missus to a special Valentine's Day prix-fixe dinner at a local winery. We haven't been on a fancy date in a while, so it'll be a nice treat for both of us. Story 32. I've rented a cabin deep in the woods, where I'm going to cook my wife her favorite meal, salmon with asparagus, draw her a warm bath, and then make her favorite dessert, peanut butter chocolate milkshake. Then we're going to watch scary movies. Story 33. Go to work, get home, play some video games by myself, go to bed at a decent time because I work on Saturday. That's it. Maybe have a whiskey if I'm feeling frisky. Story 34. Got reservations for the melting pot. This is our second Valentine's Day together. I also got her a life-sized pillow with my picture on it because we live in separate houses. Story 35. Smoke a bowl, work out, practice guitar, and then try not to think about being single for every Valentine's Day I ever experienced. Probably going to die alone and unloved. I really hate being partially disabled sometimes. Crap life, crap death. Well, at least there is symmetry. Story 36. Giving my girlfriend all her favorite snacks, candies, drinks, roses, and a Valentine's Day card for her to read. I will also make a nice dinner at home, followed by some bed activities. Story 37. 1. Open fridge. 2. Look in fridge if my heart has not gone bad. 3. If heart not gone bad, put it back in fridge. 4. If heart has gone bad, throw it in trash. Has gone bad. 5. Good night. Repeat next year. Story 38. I am only 17, and my girlfriend is also 17. For Valentine's, I have planned this one out. First, I take her and give her favorite flowers, pink especially. After that, we drive to a movie theater, watch a movie, and eat popcorn. Then I suggest we go to a park or something where we can have fun, sit, relax, and have a little picnic. We sit there for about 3 hours and just talk. After that, we head to grab ice cream or anything sweet, and we stay in the car, eat our ice cream, and just talk more. Then we can just chill as I drive her home. Story 39. Buying myself a chocolate cake slice with a nice cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Going to see an afternoon independent movie. Going to a bookstore. Write a personal affirmation to myself. Go for dinner at a nice restaurant by myself. Wine, appetizer, and entree. Maybe see a live band somewhere. Enjoying the single life. Story 40. Going to work even if I wasn't single. One shouldn't only show their love one day of the year. It should be all the days. You shouldn't go the extra mile just because corporations want money that one single day, when things are inflated price-wise just because they can. Story 41. Female and with someone, and I told him I don't want to do anything, no offense. But such a commercialized holiday, we don't need a set day to do something special for each other. Way too much pressure. Story 42. I am literally broke. I had to dip into my next paycheck to cover rent. I'm hoping she passed her test to become a nurse today. Otherwise, I'm going to be working a second job that day. Story 43. Work, make my wife a nice steak dinner, and hang out with her. Probably go to the clearance section at the store the next day with her to get Valentine's themed stuff cheaper. Story 44. Just got out of a year-long relationship where I had already bought her Valentine's Day gift and flowers. All non-refundable. So I'll be giving those to my coworker as a friend and then chilling at a tiki bar with friends, hopefully. Story 45. I have my 6- and 4-year-old kids help me make chocolate-covered strawberries for my wife. We have a lot of fun doing it, and she really appreciates the effort. Also, flowers, but nothing crazy. Story 46. Staying home, ordering food for me and my wife, hanging out at home. We are not big on going out, especially on days that we know restaurants are going to be packed. Story 47. Well, I will get the following Monday off for President's Day, so I was kind of thinking I might do a short road trip for some hiking. If I land on a spot, then after work on the 14th, I will probably hit the road. Story 48. To be honest, I really don't know. It's cliché, but my ex's anniversary was on Valentine's Day, so it's like it's never hitting the same for me again. Story 49. I work until 8:30, and then my husband and I have dinner reservations. We are keeping it low-key because our 1-year wedding anniversary is next month, so we are going all out for that one. Story 50. We went to a board game convention 2 weeks ago and attended a miniature painting class there. She was hooked and left me and some friends to go paint by herself in the miniature painting area. Now I bought some paint and miniatures, and we are going to put the little one to bed, light some candles, and paint together. It's not my thing, but I think it will be cute. Story 51. My wife and I will both be working. I will have flowers and chocolate sent to her office. Have the kids make something for her. Our anniversary is actually just 3 weeks later, so at this point, we usually just save big plans for then. Story 52. It's a Friday, so I'm probably having sex with a friend with benefits after work, and then watching YouTube in my bed while we cuddle. Maybe some video games at some point. Story 53. I have a work meeting out of town. One of about four I have a year because our company has absolutely zero understanding of intimate relationships. They're honestly a fantastic company, but in this regard, they really miss the boat. Story 54. Going to get a burrito the size of my head and go to a classy smoke shop. Then maybe grocery shopping. Maybe buy a Lego set and bourbon depending on what my bank account looks like. Story 55. I'm going to sit at home with my two dogs, watch my checking account remain exactly the same, and spend the night doing things I enjoy like playing video games and doing some work in my wood shop. Meanwhile, I will think about all the complaining my friends do about their wives, all the complaining my mother and father do about each other, and all the complaining I see on social media to remind myself I am not missing out on anything. Story 56. Organized my in-laws to watch our baby, have booked a hotel in the city and one of our few Michelin star restaurants for dinner. It will be my wife's and my first night alone in 7 months. So, towels and lubricant, lots of lubricant. Story 57. I am so glad that my wife does not care at all about Valentine's Day. We give each other a hug and a kiss. She does not even want chocolates because she is trying to cut down her sugar. Story 58. She and I agreed to do chocolate shopping the day after when it goes on sale. Otherwise, we'll go out for dinner, go exploring into town, and so on. Hit the tube snake boogie on Friday and all weekend long. Story 59. Got broken up from the first love of my life 2 months ago. Hurts like a motherfucker. Will just wallow in being miserable to the maximum level. Might stay at home and cry my guts out. Story 60. Get up, go about my day as I would on any other Friday, go to bed. All while laughing at all the people spending stupid amounts of money on unnecessary stuff to somehow prove to their partner that they love them because of consumerism.